Okay, so I have been asked to do my makeup routine on video. So I'm just gonna start. I've just gotten out of the shower, so I'm just gonna do my complete morning routine on video for you all. I use a variety of different products when it comes to my makeup. So I can tell you Facial 5 is working on getting makeup, and as soon as that is available, those are the products I will be using. First thing I do every morning as soon as I get out of the shower, you'll see I still have some mascara under my eyes. I use an oil, and this is a beauty control oil. It's a Nutri-Rich oil. And I don't use makeup remover because I find it to be too harsh on my eyelashes. So I actually just take the oil and rub it all over. That breaks down what's left of the mascara, and it also moisturizes my eye sockets. My eyes are very dry when I put makeup on. If they are not moisturized very well, they get very cracked. They get cracks in them and they look patchy. So I do that. I let that set for just a second, and then I will take a makeup remover wipe, and I have just cleansed and exfoliated my face in the shower, but it has left this little bit of mascara on my eyes and around my eyes. So I will use this to remove it. Okay, and I have done a video in the past showing you all my skincare routine, but since I'm just out of the shower, I'm gonna go ahead and go through it again. Okay, so that has removed all of the mascara from my eyes. So now my face is completely clear of makeup. So the first thing I'm going to do is my Recovery C eye gel. This is a gel, it's very thin. A half a pump will do both eyes. Does not take much. It soaks in very fast, which if you are oily, it may not be as fast. So while that's setting in, then I use my Tighten Up Hyaluronic Serum. Okay, this is also a gel. One pump does my whole face. I just put this all over. With this product, I do go underneath of my jawline because I have a pimple that it will not go away. I've had a little bit of stress in my life in the past week, and when that happens, I do get the occasional pimple. I'm almost 50 and I still get pimples, but it's just stress. So while that's setting in there, I will go ahead and I told y'all about my favorite lip balm. This is Beauty Control's lip balm. I'm going to be devastated when we run out of this, but I have faith that Facial 5 is also going to come out with their own. So that is moisturizing. It also has an SPF in it. Okay, now my face feels tacky, but it's dry. So I will go ahead and put on my Pacific Isle moisturizer from Facial 5. One pump does my whole face. My skin is not completely dry. I still have T-zone oiliness throughout the day, but on the most part, it is dry. So I moisturize very, very well. And then as you're gonna see in my makeup routine, I use a moisturizing serum because I don't want my makeup to look extremely dry on my face, and I do use a matte makeup, so that's kind of a little maybe contradicting. Sorry, my nose is just running like crazy. Okay, so you always want to let your moisturizer set for a few minutes before you apply any of your makeup. So I'm going to set these items out here in front of me while I'm letting this set in and get my brushes ready. Now, guys, when y'all see how I do this, you don't have to have all of these brushes. I just have a lot of brushes. I use a lot of product, but my skin and my face does not look like I have a lot of product on when I'm finished. And the secret to that is just making sure that you're using the right product. Okay, so I usually give it 5 minutes or so, but my face feels pretty dry right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on into the makeup routine. I use a, I just lost the word. I use a serum, a primer, sorry. I use a makeup primer. And I use Fenty Beauty makeup primer. 1 pump of this, just that little a bit, does my whole face, okay? This has a glow to it, so even though I'm using a matte foundation also from Fenty Beauty can be purchased at Sephora. It is a new product makeup line. I am in love with it. It is Rihanna's makeup line. So that is on. I'm going to just press it in, let it set for just a minute while before I put on my foundation. I put my foundation on. Really, my primer is basically the only thing I ever use with my fingers. And you can use a brush if you want to use a brush to put on your primer. I use a flat top kabuki brush for my foundation. The Fenty foundation is in a pump. 2 pumps does more than half of my face. Okay, I will just dab it on and then I rub it all over. This does dry down to a matte finish. Okay, my skin, like I said, is dry except for my nose, right in the middle of my forehead, and my chin. So I have tried different things with my makeup. Setting my makeup, I used to use a translucent powder. I no longer use a powder over my foundation with this foundation because it does dry down very matte and I don't need it. I don't need any extra matte to my skin. Okay, I'm gonna do another pump and do the other half of my face. I do go up underneath. I have very dark eyes, and as y'all know, we have a brand new product. It's posted on this page, the eye serum that gets rid of the dark circles and the puffiness. I have not received mine yet. It has been ordered. I cannot wait to get it. And as soon as I do, I will be doing a video showing y'all that. And Melissa has a video. I've posted her video on my page. So go check that out. And if you would like to order yours, let me know. And I will get you an invoice and get yours ordered for you. Okay, so that is pretty good coverage. If you like more coverage, you can use 2 layers. I don't require a full coverage foundation. My skin, I feel like, is in the best shape it's ever been in my life. And if you've known me, you will know that as well. Okay, my next thing that I do while I'm setting my foundation set is my eyebrows. I am growing my eyebrows out. They are becoming thicker. My eyebrows have always been pretty thin. You can see they are still very splotchy. I have some bald spots that I'm hoping will fill in eventually. Okay, Typically, I use and am in love with Beauty Control's brow pencil. And this is one item that I made sure that I had a few of before Beauty Control went out of business. So I have a few. But I have just received a MAC brow pencil. And this is in, I don't even know what color it is. Lingering, maybe? Okay, I'm not sure if that's the color. But it has a very fine point. And all I'm going to do is fill in my brows with this. I'm not going to make them any bigger. I'm just going to go right along the outline of them and fill them in a little. Brows is not something I'm an expert on at all, but everybody needs to have their brows filled in, and the rule is your brows should be a shade darker than the roots of your hair. I can't necessarily say that is what I do right now because I do have dark roots on purpose. So, but I like this pencil. I like the color of it. Okay, I'm just gonna fill it in just a little. And I do like to use a brow pomade as well. And sometimes I will take my brow pomade and go over the pencil just to fill in a little bit more. The brow pomade that I use is from Actilabs, which is also another company that I love their products. And if you're interested in those products, let me know because I can get you the link to my page on there. My favorite products with Actilabs, they have several products. They have all the makeup. I'm not a huge fan of all of their makeup. I do like the brow pomade. It comes in a little tub. And I love their hair products. I have been trying to grow my hair out for over a year, and using their shampoo and hair mask, my hair has grown about 3 inches in this past year, which is really, really good for me because my hair grows super, super slow. Okay, so that's about all I'm going to do with my brows. I am going to brush through the front of them, just to kind of thin that out a little bit. Okay, brows are done. Now, concealer. I use 2 different concealers and around my eyes and to highlight my face with. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Maybelline Age Rewind. This is one of my favorites. And it's about empty, so I'm gonna get some more. I go right down the middle of my nose, in the center of my face, my top lip, a little bit on my chin, highlight the bottom of my face, underneath of where my blush and primer or bronzer is going to be. Okay, and then I start here and I go all the way, just kind of make a little triangle underneath my eyes. I don't use a whole lot of product, just a little, because I don't want my under eyes to be patchy and look dry. Okay, the second primer that I use, or concealer that I use, is the Tarte, I just threw it, Tarte Shape Tape. I don't use this all over in the same areas. I use it right in the corner of my eyes right here because that is where I'm the darkest. Okay, and as you will see, I also carry this up as my primer for my eyelids. Okay, so I just take just a little concealer brush and just blend this out. It just adds some highlight and contour to my face. That's about all I'm gonna do with that area. You can see how it is just glowing now. Okay, and then I'm gonna take it underneath my eyes, along the side of my nose, and down, just blending it out. And like I said, I do take it up onto my eyelid for that primer. I don't use an additional eyeshadow primer because I don't see the point in it when I have my Tarte Shape Tape on there. Okay. And that is about that. Make sure it's even and blend it out. Okay. Now, I do not set that with powder. Like I said, some people do like to set their foundation with powder. If I do use a powder with a different foundation, without the Tarte Shape Tape, I cannot say that, sorry. The Tarte Shape Tape is a little drying, so I definitely don't use powder over it. But if I'm not using that, especially like in the summertime when I'm wearing less makeup, and I decide, I use a lighter weight foundation that is not matte when it dries, I will use the Coty Airspun powder to set my face with. But like I said, I don't do that with this foundation. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is contour. And this is an Acti Labs product. This is a quad. It has a highlight, a translucent, a blush, and a contour. Okay, I don't use every product in here, but I like the contour. It is the brown one. I will take it on a flat brush. Okay, I'm going to go from the top of my ear and just draw a straight line where I want my cheeks cut out, my cheekbones cut out. And I never take that past the outside of my eye, okay? Another place I will take this is along my jawline to cut that out some, because I do have a very round face and I want my jawline to be cut out more. And then I will take it, I have a very narrow forehead, but I will contour the very top of my forehead. Okay, and just blend that out a little. And then also on my temple area. Okay, another thing that I will contour is my nose. I have a very small nose. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start right up here in the curve, and I'm gonna draw a straight line. You can see where my nose is naturally lighter, so I'm just gonna go right along the edge of that on both sides. Okay, so then I'm gonna go right on the end of my nose and right on the outside corners here on this crease. And then I'm going to take my flat brush and I'm just going to work that down away from that center just to highlight it, cut it out, make it look a little bit longer than it is. Okay, and then the last place that I take my contour is right under my bottom lip. I have very small lips, so I want to emphasize my lips as much as possible. Okay, then I'm going to take a flat kabuki brush and I'm going to blend this contour up. You don't ever want to go down with it because that's going to drag your face down. So I'm going to blend it up. And you can see the difference in my jawline. My face looks a little thinner on this side because I've already done that one. And then I'm going to go on this side. And I don't do a whole lot of contouring, but I do like to do just a little. And then I'm going to just smooth this out. Okay, and that basically is all of the contouring I'm going to do. Next thing I'm going to do is some highlight. I'm really excited about this highlight. I just received this. I like the highlight in the ActiQuad, but let me just show you. The one in the ActiQuad is kind of a gold. Okay, I'm going to just put it right there. It is very, very pretty. But I just got this one yesterday, and it's the Becca highlight. And this is in, and I can't read the color of it. So, but it's a little goldier, but it's really pretty. It only takes a little bit. Let me show you what it looks like on my hand next to the Acti one. This is the Becca. You can see it's golder. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just take a highlight brush, just a little, it does not take much, and then I'm gonna go just right above where my blush is gonna go, just to give a little more highlight to this area. And then I'm also going to take it right on the tip of my nose, and then I'm gonna just blend it out. And then right on my top lip, above my brows. Okay, that's that. All right, and then moving on to blush. I use a Studio Makeup blush. It is a loose blush. It comes in a container. Only takes very little bit. Just gonna barely dab that in there. Knock off some of the excess, and then I'm going to knock off even more of the excess with the lid. Okay, so I mean, it's very minimal. This is very pigmented. Right on the balls of my cheeks. I like blush. I don't like a lot of blush. Okay, and the same on the other side. That's that. Okay, all we like is eyes. All right, so I'm gonna put these brushes up, put my brow products up, and I'm going to get out my eyeshadow brushes. Like I said, I use a lot of brushes, and you don't have to use this many brushes. I'm pretty set in the way that I do my makeup every day, so it's just easier to grab what I know I like. And I don't use any one particular eyeshadow palette. I use several. I've already primed my eyelids with my Tarte Shape Tape. This palette is I don't even know where this came from. It's a very fall palette. Love these colors. I'm gonna take just a cream, just this cream color right here on a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go all over my eye just to set the